What is poppin'? What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice, because that is my nickname indeed. I appreciate you guys for watching today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. Let's talk about this Kansas City Chiefs team, specifically their defense and the fact that they lost to Tom Brady. Nope. Deshaun Watson. Nope. Who'd they lose to? Oh, Ryan Tannehill. Really? Oh my God. The Chiefs lost to Ryan Tannehill this week. The Tennessee Titans beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They obviously blocked their field goal at the end, and I get it. You know, Chiefs fans want to say you can blame it on the special teams. The field goal should not have been blocked. I totally agree. I agree the field goal being blocked was the reason you lost the game. But honestly, guys, it should not have gotten to that point. This Kansas City Chiefs defense is just god-awful. They've been god-awful all year. They were god-awful last year. And Patrick Mahomes, despite throwing 50 touchdown passes last year, did not win a Super Bowl. Didn't win a Super Bowl. He won one playoff game, throwing 50 touchdown passes last year. And to me, I can't take the Chiefs seriously. You know, at the beginning of the season, once I saw them play their first 2 or 3 games, I said, hey, it's the Patriots and Chiefs and everyone else. But as the season went on, obviously the Texans beat them, obviously the Colts beat them, and obviously Patrick Mahomes goes down and he gets hurt. And I thought there was some optimism or hope for Chiefs fans. You want to know why? Because when I saw the Chiefs play Aaron Rodgers, when I saw them play Matt Moore's on the team. When I saw the Chiefs play Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, when Patrick Mahomes was hurt, the defense stepped up, the running game stepped up, the pass rush stepped up, the whole team stepped their entire game up. When I watch the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes play, I see a fun fireworks show, and then I see a defense that can't stop a nosebleed, and then I see a running game that struggles, and I see an offensive game plan by Andy Reid that's not very balanced. When Patrick Mahomes is playing for the Chiefs, their Patrick Mahomes are bust. Meaning, if Patrick Mahomes plays bad, we're going to lose. Oh, we're screwed if Patrick Mahomes can't throw for 300 yards or 4 touchdowns. And heck, Patrick Mahomes can throw for over 400 yards, and he can throw three touchdowns just like he did versus the Titans yesterday, and we can still somehow find a way to lose. And to me, this is bad. This Kansas City Chiefs team is not a Super Bowl contender. They're not better than the Texans. They are not better than the Ravens. They are for sure not better than the Patriots. This Kansas City Chiefs team is not going anywhere come playoff time. Okay, last year, they almost got to the Super Bowl with a terrible defense. I know that Tom Brady got lucky, but again, it comes a point in time. Listen, the Chiefs are 6-4 right now. The Raiders are a half game back of the Chiefs. The Chiefs are in danger of letting the Raiders catch them. And honestly, guys, the Chiefs are very lucky that they are not in the Seahawks division, the Packers division, the Patriots division, the Texans division. They are lucky that their biggest competition is a washed up Phil A. It is Joe Flacco in Denver. They're also lucky that Derek Carr is on the Oakland Raiders, because if they were in another division, this team would be screwed. Now, because they're in a sorry division, they still have some hope. But this team is not going to be taken seriously come playoff time. This team is not built to win a Super Bowl. And you know, I firmly believe that in order to win a Super Bowl, you need to at least have 2 things. You need to at least have these 2 things. One of the 2, an elite quarterback or an elite head coach. I feel like if you have an above average quarterback and an elite head coach, you can win a Super Bowl. And I believe that if you have an elite quarterback and an okay head coach, you can win a Super Bowl, okay? But if you have one of the worst defenses I've ever seen, if you can't run the ball, if you can't control the line of scrimmage, if you can't get stops in the playoffs, then you're not going to win. It doesn't matter how great your quarterback is. It just is the reality, guys. Listen, I want to ask Chiefs fans a question. How many Super Bowl rings does Aaron Rodgers have? 1. How many does Drew Brees have? 1. How many did Peyton Manning have until he joined the Denver Broncos and he got a defense with Von Miller and Chris Harris Jr. in the no-fly zone the final year he was playing when Peyton Manning was washed up? Peyton Manning, if he was not on that team, he would finish his career with 1 Super Bowl. A guy that threw for over 500 touchdown passes, a guy that still has records today that have not been broken, and the guy has been out of football for about 2.5 years. Drew Brees and Tom Brady still struggling to catch Peyton Manning's records. How many Super Bowl rings does Dan Marino have? 0. How many rings does Andrew Luck have? How many big playoff victories did Andrew Luck have before he retired? He didn't have very many. So my point is, it doesn't matter how good Patrick Mahomes plays. Patrick Mahomes can be Patrick Mahomes. But if this team is sorry and this team is trash, it's literally been proven. If Aaron Rodgers can only win 1 Super Bowl up to this point, and again, it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault. His team has been bad. They've just now, to this point, ever since he won his first Super Bowl, have surrounded him with a good running game, have surrounded him with a solid head coach, have surrounded him with a defense that's actually comparable. My thing with Patrick Mahomes is, I worry that the Chiefs are going to go down that rabbit hole of making Patrick Mahomes try to be Aaron Rodgers each week. His career trajectory, I thought personally, this is my thought in the offseason. I thought to myself, when Tom Brady retires in about a year or two, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, they can run the AFC because let's be real, guys. What quarterback and coach combination is better in the AFC right now? Maybe John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson, but again, I will lean toward Mahomes and Andy Reid just because Mahomes is better than Lamar Jackson right now. But my thing is, Deshaun Watson is great, but I don't love his head coach. Between head coach and quarterback combination, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid is the best in the AFC. The Chiefs have an opportunity, once Tom Brady retires, to take the AFC, to own the AFC, to be the Patriots. They have that special quarterback, and they have a Andy Reid head coach where if he coaches for another few years, they can squeeze out some Super Bowls. But if you have a terrible defense, then it doesn't matter. Tom Brady set a Super Bowl record for passing yards versus the Eagles a couple years ago. Tom Brady scored a ton of points versus the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl when he faced Nick Foles. And guess what? He lost. This year is a prime example that you need a defense to win a Super Bowl, because Tom Brady played awful in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions in 3 playoff games this year. He's got a Super Bowl ring. You want to know why? Because he has a running game. He has a defense that can actually get stops and keep the game close in the fourth quarter for Tom Brady to close the game out. Tom Brady does not have 6 Super Bowl rings if he does not have a defense. There's a reason why Troy Aikman, Terry Bradshaw, Big Ben Roethlisberger have multiple rings. Eli Manning, too. As much as Eli Manning elevated those Giants teams, what happened? The defense came through. Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan came through for Eli Manning in the Super Bowl and laid the smackdown on Tom Brady and Randy Moss and those great Patriots teams, okay? The Chiefs need to fix their defense. The defense was second to last last year as far as total defense goes. This year, they tried to fix the defense. They went out and got Frank Clark. They drafted Juan Thornhill. They got Tyrann Mathieu. They brought Steve Spagnuolo. To me personally, Steve Spagnuolo is not the guy to be the defensive coordinator. That's just my opinion. I don't think Steve Spagnuolo is great. I think Steve Spagnuolo, when he has a lot of talent, can be a solid defensive coordinator. But when you're working from scrap with this Chiefs defense, he's not the answer. The Chiefs need to fix their defense because they're going to waste Patrick Mahomes' best years. I'm a Packers fan. I am a Packers fan. It really is paying me that I've gone through 9 years of the best quarterback play in history as far as Aaron Rodgers go, and I have 1 Super Bowl ring to show for it. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback I've ever seen throw a football. He's the best quarterback as far as mastering the position, as far as playing the position at its highest level of all time. And I thought there'd never be another Aaron Rodgers. And guess what? Patrick Mahomes came along. Now, is Patrick Mahomes as talented as Aaron Rodgers? No, he's not. In my opinion, I think Aaron Rodgers' accuracy gives him the edge over Patrick Mahomes. And to me, Aaron Rodgers is a little bit more mobile, okay? He's a little bit more experienced. So we'll give Patrick Mahomes a couple more years. But again, this Chiefs defense is not going to win Patrick Mahomes a Super Bowl, okay? It's just not. It's really embarrassing. And the Chiefs, listen, if anything, guys, the best way to build a Super Bowl contender around a good young quarterback is get him an offensive line. Okay, that's a must. You need to get the offensive line right. The Houston Texans found that out. They said Deshaun Watson is being sacked 63 times. We cannot compete let's get him an offensive line. And what do you know? Deshaun Watson's an MVP candidate again. And he's winning. He's probably going to win the division once again this year, okay? So you need to get the offensive line right. The Chiefs, when healthy, when their offensive line is healthy, it's one of the best offensive lines in football. So the Chiefs got that right. But when you have a great quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, you don't need a Mecole Hardman. You don't need a Tyreek Hill. You don't need a Travis Kelce. It definitely helps, no doubt. It helps a lot. But Patrick Mahomes is such a good quarterback that he can elevate the wide receivers and running backs and offensive line around him, in my opinion. Now, again, Patrick Mahomes has not shown quite the ability to do that this year when he's been faced with pressure, when his team hasn't been as good. He's lost to the Colts. He's lost to the Texans. But again, I believe in Patrick Mahomes, and I believe that you have to take that risk if you see a guy like Patrick Mahomes. That guy is talented. You notice that Tyreek Hill went out for the first half of the season when Patrick Mahomes was playing, and guess what? Patrick Mahomes was still putting up Patrick Mahomes type numbers. DeMarcus Robinson looked pretty good, okay? So my thing is, Mahomes and elite quarterbacks can elevate the second round and third round and fourth round wide receivers. Tom Brady's been doing it for years, okay? Aaron Rodgers has been doing it for years. Get them a defense. Get them the ball back. That's the biggest thing you need. You're not going to win Super Bowls with Deshaun Watson, with Lamar Jackson, with Tom Brady, with whoever the Colts have behind that elite offensive line. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with this terrible defense, with not committing to the running game. And I was so disappointed in the Chiefs because, like I said, when Patrick Mahomes went down, all of a sudden, they started to run the football well. All of a sudden, the defense started getting after the passer. They sacked Aaron Rodgers 5 times. But in order for the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes, you know what? Maybe Patrick Mahomes wins a Super Bowl despite having a bad defense. Maybe he becomes Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees in that regard. Okay, that's fine. But my thing is, you have an opportunity to be a dynasty with a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, with the window you have, the time in which Patrick Mahomes has peaked, because Patrick Mahomes is coming along when Tom Brady is old, when Aaron Rodgers is getting up there in age, Drew Brees getting up there in age, Big Ben Roethlisberger's already hurt, Philip Rivers looks like an old and unathletic, washed-up quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is coming into the league at the right time to dominate the sport, not just as far as statistics go, because I do believe Patrick Mahomes can be the Peyton Manning of our generation, because he's going to break every record imaginable if he plays another 10 or 15, 20 years, in my opinion. He's that good. But can he win enough Super Bowls? Because guess what, guys? If Patrick Mahomes finishes his career with 1 Super Bowl, no one's going to care. You want to know why? Because Joe Flacco has a ring. Because Nick Foles has a ring. You want to know why people are starting to call Aaron Rodgers overrated when he's clearly not overrated? You want to know why? Because he's got the 1 ring. Look, listen. I'm not saying any quarterback can win a Super Bowl ring, but I firmly believe that if you get enough breaks, if you have a good enough of a team, if your quarterback is above average, you can win 1 Super Bowl. But in order for Patrick Mahomes to go down in history as potentially being the GOAT, because I firmly believe Patrick Mahomes has a chance to be the greatest NFL quarterback in history if he wins enough. Because I see with my own eyes, Patrick Mahomes might be the best of all time, not named Aaron Rodgers. So the eye test, there you go, check, okay? The numbers, you know what he's going to do. He might throw for 50 touchdown passes in a season once more in his career. Do not rule that out. Check. He'll have the eye test going in his favor. He'll have the numbers. But if his team can only win barely 10 games because they can't get teams off the field because the defense sucks, then guess what? The winning is going to be out of the question. And what do you need to do in order to become an all-time great? What do you need to do in order to become a dynasty? You need to win. The Chiefs have an opportunity to win 4, 5, 6. I wouldn't say, well, yeah, let's just go there. Patrick Mahomes is better than Tom Brady as far as his ability goes. They have an opportunity to win 6 rings, okay? But even if you don't feel that way, you can at least acknowledge the fact that Patrick Mahomes, can we not say that it's not out of the question that Patrick Mahomes can finish his career with 3 or 4 rings? I don't think that's out of the question if you get a decent defense around him. And I should have brought this up a lot earlier. The Chiefs need to fix this now. You want to know why? Because this defense is trash, and you're paying Patrick Mahomes on the minimum. That guy's still on his rookie contract. You gotta fix this defense. When Patrick Mahomes breaks the bank and maybe gets $40 million guaranteed, oh, you're screwed. So if I'm the Chiefs, I'm looking to trade Sammy Watkins in the offseason. I'm looking to trade some of my good offensive players in the offseason, and I'm looking at every option I can in the draft. I'm looking at every free agent option. I don't care. I need to get everything right on the defense. I need to fix up that defense a little bit more, and I need to establish the run a lot better, because one thing the Chiefs don't do, they don't run the football consistently. Okay, they need to run the football a lot more with Patrick Mahomes. You don't want to be quarterback dependent. Okay, and what I mean by that is the Saints, they don't depend on Drew Brees being great. It's nice that Drew Brees is great, but they just went 5-0 without Drew Brees. What does that tell you? They don't need Drew Brees to be the all-time great every single play. The Chiefs are way too Patrick Mahomes dependent, and I'm really concerned because I feel like his career is going to go down a trajectory where he may not win as many Super Bowls as he should, not because he's not talented enough, but because he doesn't have a defense, the team doesn't surround him with the complete team around him, and ultimately, he doesn't win enough. And that's my biggest fear with the Chiefs. Chiefs fans, Chiefs Nation, Chiefs coaches, whoever's listening to this video that's affiliated with the Chiefs, fix the defense, fix the running game, and get a more complete team around Patrick Mahomes, because if you do, you could potentially become the next dynasty. I firmly believe that. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.